All right, y'all, let's get into it. Adult friendships are weird as hell, like really weird, full of unspoken rules and mismatched energy, and sometimes straight up confusion. And if I'm keeping it real, a lot of that weirdness comes down to support, the kind you want versus the kind you actually get. So today, we're going to unpack it all: how to spot real support, how friendships shift as adults, how to categorize your friends, or if you even need to, and how to protect your energy without drama. So let's get into this shit, okay? Let's play a little game. What if your friends supported each other like they support celebrities? Like, imagine every win had a big headline, every project, every milestone celebrated like it matters. And what if adult friendships came with a goddamn manual? Step one, clap for your friends no matter what. Step two, show up. And step three, don't ghost. And imagine if the energy you put out came back naturally without you having to chase that shit. Thinking about it makes you realize two things. One, adult friendships are absurd sometimes. And two, the energy you put in matters. If it's not coming back, that's a fucking signal. So, yeah, welcome back to the Talk to Me Nice podcast, where we talk nice, but we always keep it real. And this is another solo episode with your favorite voice note friend, Queenie Renee. And we're going to talk about it. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to start off by comparing childhood friends versus your adult friends, right? Let's compare that to when we were kids. Parents could spot fake friends immediately. My mom would be like, that little girl is not your friend. Don't waste your time. Or see how they treat you. That's your answer. And that's easy, right? Now, we're out here guessing and analyzing energy like detectives as adults. Like, damn, where's the handbook? Okay. But now, nobody's standing over your shoulders. Adult friendships are messy because everyone's juggling their own shit: jobs, relationships, kids, mental health. Spotting who actually shows up is harder. And it's not just loyalty, it's availability, effort, and consistency too. And some of these folks are busy as hell, or they just don't give a fuck. But you'll figure that out soon enough. So let's break down the type of adult friends, okay? You got the always busy friend, never free, but posting everywhere they go, everything they do. And you got the hype friend, only online, reposting, liking, commenting, but don't actually check in. You got the quiet, dependable friend, might not post, might not say much, but consistently shows up. You got the background watcher, sees everything, doesn't clap or engage. And then you got the seasonal friend, only around for certain phases and activities. Okay. So listen, you don't always need to rigidly categorize people, just to notice patterns and adjust your energy. Protect your peace and invest in the people who actually give a shit. Some friends can fit multiple categories depending on the season, and that's fine. Like, be honest. Who in your circle fits more than one type? Damn right, I see you. Now, energy, we all know that energy don't lie. How much should you give and how much should you expect back, though? Overinvest in someone who doesn't match your effort and you'll feel drained as hell. But when energy is balanced, both sides show up naturally, friendship feels effortless. You know the feeling. You don't even have to text, they just show up. That's gold. Pure gold. Now, boundaries are everything. It's okay to say no and decline invites. Stop chasing attention. Boundaries help you see who actually gives it in. Setting them isn't petty, it's adulting, and it's a superpower. Once you define your limits, it's clear who's here to give and who's just taking, okay? And yes, sometimes people get mad about that, but honestly, fuck them. Protect your energy first. Adult ghosting is real. It's not just in dating, in friendships too. Friends pop in and pop out, and it's confusing. Okay, pause, because unfortunately, I can be an adult ghoster, but not too much on me. I just be going through shit. But yeah, okay. Some friends are busy and do just that. Some friends just simply don't give a fuck. Pattern recognition, y'all, that's your new best friend. Don't overthink it, just observe. Now, social media versus real life support, that's something for your ass right there. Social media can trick you into thinking a friendship is stronger than it is. The likes, the reposts, the comments, it can make you feel supported. But real support is showing the fuck up, texting, calling, physically being there. I mean, posting a screenshot of my win doesn't count, Karen. Not unless you actually text me. Damn. Friendships evolve though. Some deepen and some fade. Seasonal friends are okay to have too. Growth can cause drift, not betrayal. Accepting that shit is an adult friendship wisdom. Some friends aren't meant to be in every chapter, y'all, and that's fine. Move on, sip your drink, and live your life. Sometimes you do have to keep score, not bitterly, but to protect your energy. Watch who's consistently showing up, who checks in, and who celebrates without reminders. That's the damn scoreboard right there. And as adults, it's on us to read these actions because nobody's guiding us like our parents did. The energy, consistency, effort, that's how you know who's real. If they ghosted you the last 3 wins, you already know how that shit gonna go. So why you mad? And then there's the flip side, the friendships that just work, effortless, supportive, celebratory without being prompted. You share a win, they celebrate it like it's theirs. You're having a hard day, they checking in at 2 a.m. They remind and remember the small stuff. Show up anyway. No expectations, no prompting, no questions. That's peace and it's ease. That's what makes adult friendships worth it. And once you experience it, don't settle for anything less. We got to accept moving on past the disappointment because people aren't showing up with the same energy we give. Yeah, it fucking hurts. But you don't have to stay stuck. Acknowledge it, take note, protect your energy, step back quietly if needed, shift your focus to people who actually show up. Celebrate yourself first. Trust that real friends will match your energy without being asked. Life feels lighter when you do this because it's not about being petty. It's about keeping your peace and knowing who's really gives a shit. So you remember when I had said that, friendships fade, they drift apart? Well, let's talk about that again because they fade for a million reasons, right? Marriage, kids, work, mental health, or even moving from city to city or whatever. It's not always personal, but sometimes it's just the bandwidth of it, right? Someone stops showing up and that hurts. Even if you get it, even if you're doing the same thing to someone else, it doesn't take away the fact that it still hurts, right? I want to talk about support because I think we throw that word around a lot, but we don't always know what it means. There's emotional support, like listening, validating, and checking in. And then there's practical support, things like helping you move or sending money, showing up physically. But it can get messy because we all have different expectations. I would do this for you. Why wouldn't you do it for me? Type shit. Then there's social media. You posting something vulnerable and you get 30 likes and three heart emojis, but no one calls. Is that support or is it just vibes? Support isn't just showing up when things are bad. It's remembering the small stuff, y'all. It's texting, "Hey boo, what you up to? I'm thinking about you," without a reason. Being consistent, even if your consistency is a little quiet. So, how do we fix it? How do we rebuild support and redefine friendship? Here's what I've learned: support doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be real. Send a voice note instead of a text. Schedule friendship check ins like meetings. Be honest with "I miss you. Can we talk soon?" Accept low maintenance love, the "I'm here even if we don't talk every day" type. I mean, I used to feel like support meant consistent contact, right? But I think it means consistency, even if it's quiet, just showing up in those very small ways. I think that's what's important. And I think that's where we forget to show up for the people we love with them small things. Y'all, supporting friends and family isn't just cute, it's necessary. It's real life insurance for your relationships. I don't mean like the Instakind. I cannot talk today. The Instagram kind of support, like in a post or reposted a story. I mean, show up for real. Life is messy and shit happens. Bills, breakups, mental health struggles, bad days at work. Your support can literally be the difference between someone keeping their shit together and falling apart. It builds trust. When people know you'll show up, they can lean on you without hesitation, and it's priceless. It creates reciprocity naturally. When you show up for others, they're more likely to show up for you without you having to beg. Check it in without being asked, like a text, a call, a drop by. Even just saying, hey, I'm here if you need me. Being present in celebrations and hardships alike, not just being there for the big wins. The small stuff really counts too. Being present in celebrations gives joy and a feeling of love. Making time even when it's inconvenient. Adult life is busy, y'all. But if someone's important, you make that shit happen. Stop playing and listen, like really listening, not planning your response, not scrolling on Instagram, not interrupting, actually hearing them and asking, maybe before they even start to vent or talk, what do you need from me in this moment? Do you need me to listen to respond to you and give you my opinion, or do you need me to just listen? Those are valuable ways. Life moves fast and people drift. If you don't show up for people, who will? Who gonna show up for your people? Support is a form of love, and love, a real love, is about actions, not words. Your presence validates them. Your energy tells them you matter. I see you. Let me be real. It feels fucking amazing when someone shows up without a reason. The energy you want to put out, and trust me, it comes back to you genuinely if you give it. Supporting your people in real life isn't optional. It's how you create real lasting bonds. I can't talk. And honestly, that shit is rare. When you see it, you treasure it. When you give it, you're evaluating everyone around you, even yourself included. You know what I mean? So ask yourself, are you showing up for people like they deserve? Or are you just scrolling, liking, and reposting, hoping it's enough? Because it's not. Real support takes effort and it's worth it. And remember, we got to figure out how to balance these friendships as grown ass adults because this shit ain't like middle school anymore. Nobody has time for constant drama, endless texts, or keeping up with people who drain your energy. Adult friendships are a whole different ballgame, and balancing them is the key to staying sane. We got work, right? Bills, relationships, maybe kids, your own life. Like, there's so much energy you could give and accept that. You can't pour into every empty cup. Some friends are essential and some are seasonal. Some are just for fun, but low maintenance. Figure out who really matters to you and put more energy there. Don't quit. Don't guilt yourself for letting others drift either. Don't answer texts at 2 a.m. if it'll fuck with your sleep. Don't feel bad about saying no to plans you don't have energy for. Boundaries is survival in adult friendships. And be honest about what you can and can't give. Sometimes people don't realize you're stretched thin. You don't have to apologize for being an adult with responsibilities. I think we have to accept that sometimes friendships aren't always equally yoked. Some weeks you're the one showing up more, and other weeks they are. That's normal. Don't overreact when it dips. Just notice patterns over time. Take note. Balance also means letting go of people who constantly drain you and take more than they give. You can still love them, but love them from a distance if necessary. So, what that feels like when it works? You feel energized after interacting with your friends, you're excited and not stressed. You know you can rely on each other, but it's not a constant demand. And you can focus on your life without feeling guilty or anxiety over unanswered text. Let me be real. Balancing friendships as adults is like juggling fire while walking on the tightrope. Like when you get it right, it feels lighter, relationships feel genuine, and your mental health doesn't hate you. And if you're not feeling it, that's okay. Start small, show up where it matters, say no where it doesn't, and stop overthinking it. Energy flows both ways. That's how you know what's worth your time. So, y'all know I give out affirmations. And for this episode, let's start with I surround myself with people who show up, clap loud, and match the energy, right? I protect my peace and I honor my boundaries without guilt. I celebrate my wins, my growth, and my life with or without others. I release friends who constantly drain me and I make room for those who really care. I value quality over quantity in all of my relationships. I give support freely, but I also recognize when it's time to step back. I trust my instincts to see who's real and who's not. I am seen, I am valued, and I am worthy of genuine friendship. I show up for myself first. Okay, hold on. I show up for myself first, and the right people will follow my energy. And last but not least, I choose relationships that lift me up, not stress me out. Now, I ain't gonna repeat those for the people in the back on this episode because I gave y'all a lot of affirmations. Pick a few and remind yourself of those every day when friendships and the support is lacking. Okay? All right, y'all. We've talked about a lot today. Adult friendships, support, boundaries, energy, showing up, walking away when you need to, and protecting your peace. If nothing else stuck with you, let it be this. You are your first, last, and best hype man. You have to show up for yourself before anyone else can. Because let's be real, if you're waiting on anyone else to clap, celebrate, or support you, you're going to be waiting for a long ass time. Some people will and some won't. That's life. But the ones who actually show up, treasure them, appreciate them, and don't let their energy go wasted. And for those who constantly don't match your energy, let them go. And yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it might sting a little bit. But honey, life is too short to be drained by people who can't be bothered to care. Imagine how much lighter your heart will feel when you stop giving and overgiving to the wrong folks. That's freedom and it's priceless. And that's the goal. Now I gave y'all the affirmations. Say them with me, say them in your head or out loud if you want. But let them marinate while you sip your drink and scroll your phone. Stare off to space and think about it, okay? So that's it, y'all. That's all I got. Protect your peace, celebrate yourself, clap for the ones who actually show the fuck up. And remember, adult friendships are weird and messy and complicated. But when you do it right, they can be some of the most beautiful, supportive, and joyful parts of your life. All right, now go on. Go out there. Show up for yourself first and let the real ones find you. Peace, love, and all the claps. Until next time, friends.